Ian, the obvious question first off, any movement at all, in or out?
That's a strange question.
Do you want me to rephrase that? Do you want me to rephrase
any movement at all, in or out? On the transfer market, you should have said that.
Well, go on, I'll add that then.
For God's sake.
Yeah, there we go.
Is this a watershed, 9 o'clock?
Come on, I naffed you off last week with this. So, any new faces in the camp or anyone been bid for this week from yours?
No, it's all ongoing. We'll see what happens. It's as simple as that, really. I like my squad. I like how we're going. I like how we played last week. We've got enough choices to sink a battleship for this weekend, and then, we've looked at who we've got and the games next week. How important are they this time of the season? We've got 19 league games left. We've got a cup game. Glad it's at home. So, game Saturday, Tuesday and Saturday. So, really looking forward to it. Really excited about the lads we've got and how we're going to try and do it. So, if I can add to those, then I will. And if things work out, it's great. But none of it's in my hands. We're all going to stick together and see how it goes.
You mentioned the games coming up in Coventry away at Cardiff. Is that going to obviously your plans? Are you looking to mix it up for the FA Cup game?
Well, I've got a group of players here that are so tight and so close to each other's skill level and application level and everything. It would be silly not to, and I've got to try and act like a real manager and try and make some decisions. I won't tinker. I'll just think about that game, think about this one, and try and plan all three if I can without going silly. And if the rain stops, because I bet you can hear it on there. Gracious me.
I think it was Neil earlier mentioned it, isn't it, in an interview that people look at managers and changes and everything else, but if you train like you do, as the whole squad, same system, it doesn't make much difference, does it?
It doesn't now. I mixed everybody up today. I get a few people turn up on a Thursday, so I'm sick and fed up my team ending up on the website. I don't remember people guess it or what, but don't look like you need me, to be fair. Just get that bloke who gets it right every week and get him to stand on the side. Might be the same thing, but I mixed it up today, and I'm not kidding you. I couldn't tell you which team would have won. I couldn't tell you which team was going to, and it looks very similar. I think, if you've got Martinez in one side, you've got Ferguson in the other, you've got passes, you've got Basham coming into it, you've got Keefe Southern looking like he's coming back now, which is good. So, I'm just loving it. I'm absolutely think what the boys are doing is a credit to the football club, and I started off this week with that. Really, I got a wonderful little gift from a young girl called Megan Murphy, who's 6 years old. She made me a lucky monster, and she put some of her own spending money in it, and just said, I hope you go up again, either through the playoffs or automatic. But thanks for another wonderful season, because I know you're all trying your best. And that just about sums it up for me. And I've told the lads that, because last weekend's game, the way they kept going, the way we kept at it, the possession we had, the passing we produced, the shots at goal we produced, was everything I'd ever dreamed of when I was out of the game for a year. Let alone after losing so-called my better players to other clubs who have probably got more than we have. So I can't thank them enough. So let's get on with it. We've got 19 games left. We're 8 points off of the top place. And let's see if we can charge on.
How did John Fleck settle in this week? He had an hour on the field last week. He settled in training this week.
Yeah, I just had a feeling about his enthusiasm. I think that's what you need at this time of year. You need positivity, and he's got abundance of it. He's had a smile on his face all week, I think Fergie's a bit of a legend up in Scotland, what I can find out, to be fair, and everybody likes him, so I'm glad I brought him, and it makes my job a lot easier. But he's a wonderful fella. He's got lovely talent, and I'm sure I'll be using him from now until the end of the season, and he'll be a good acquisition for us. But I hope he settles in quickly and the fans can see what I'm seeing out there, because he's got wonderful talent. Very unlucky with his left foot strike last week. But, in a new club, you probably need that to go in, don't you? But, listen, he was happy. He didn't moan when I brought him off, so I haven't got a problem.
And the FA Cup, how are you looking at it? I mean, you said about ahead of the Fleetwood game, you're looking forward to a good game and, you know, enjoying it, and if we go through, we go through, all that kind of thing. The league's so important to you. Is the FA Cup equally as important to you?
Well, behind you on the wall, I've just written 19 and then 3. Because to me, we've got to do as well as we can in the last 19 games. And we should start getting focused now. And we're 3 games away from Wembley. Because in the semi-final, you get to Wembley. And that's the reality of it. We've got a home tie against Sheffield Wednesday, who were terrific in the week. I've had them watched. So they've got a tough game on the Tuesday. I don't know what Gary's going to do. In the last round, he made some changes, but who knows? All I can say that is not that huge a games tally, is it? Really, in that period of time. So let's see if we can, with this squad that we've got, utilise that and see if we're strong, and I can make the odd change here and there to get over Saturday, Tuesday, and then Saturday again, and try and get that right. And I can guarantee our fans that they'll be very upbeat. There's a bit of a belief coming in what we're doing. There's a bit of enjoyment in what we're doing. Already Flecky's lifted the group because they can see what he can do, and his enthusiasm has added to it, and it's really important now that we kick on. And that's that, really. I think there might be a very awkward situation, which I've just spoken to my chairman about. I might actually have to lose one because personal reasons, really, which is not easy when you're a football club, and it's certainly not easy as a managerial decision. But, you know, Elliot, the circumstances he feels his family's in, and is it genuine? I think it is. Do I want to lose him? No. Do I want to keep him against what he wants to do, his better wishes? No. So, you know, as I say, as long as we've got back what we need, I'm going to be probably losing a good player. But as I said to the chairman, he has to trust what I'm saying, and this is, I believe, it's the right thing to do, humanely, for this boy. Some things are much more important than football. His circumstances have changed, so I genuinely want to help him, and if I can do that, the way I handle my players, normally they give me a lot more than the money I'm paying them. And I think I'll get back what I give out again. If I manage to do this, I might end up with a friend of Elliot's who might want to come and play, who Elliot has talked him into doing it because he respects me as a gentleman and a manager and a person, because it's far too easy to look at these lads as lumps of meat, and I think that's never where I'm going to go. And I'm very proud, hopefully, of what we're trying to do here. And my chairman spoke to me and said that you don't need to do it, you don't have to do it, I don't want you to do it. And I've really had to say, well, it doesn't feel right to me if I keep him against his wishes. So I think our fans will have to understand that, and I want people who want to be here. And I think it's really important over the last few games that that message is sent out to everybody. You know, we're a hungry, up for it group, and the manager will help you if he sees fit. So that's where we are. I think he might be gone by the weekend.
Is that a deal for him to move back to France?
It's a loan deal with a fee agreed. The club has proved they've got finances to pay the rest of it at the end. They'll have an option to take up that. They were worried about him missing so much of this season with an injury. If he proves that, then they'll pay us the rest of the money. And if not, he'll come back knowing I tried to give him what he wanted and tried to help him in his career. So I can't see how I can lose, apart from losing a very good player. What I'm in danger of is losing my respect and dignity from the rest of my team, which I can't afford to risk that.
Just a quick one on Gary Megson. He's going to be a bit shocked, isn't he, coming back here, former manager, quite a few years ago, 96, and lots changed here.
Well, a lot's changed for his life as well, hasn't it? You know, he's got promoted a couple of times to the Premier League since then, with the Baggies and that, you know, and he's just a very experienced manager, very, very good manager. He was always going to be one because his dad was a good one as well. And so, you know, as I say, I think there's an awful lot of water under the bridge, so he should get a little very polite clap and not too much stick, I believe, unless he takes the lead, and then I'll be getting it anyway.